All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you are listening to me right now. So I greet you. And on this podcast, I am going to take you to a far journey. This is going to be the story of my life. I am Isaiah Lasisi. Yeah. So the plan right from the beginning, my plan is to start a business where I will be opening by 4 p.m. So that was my plan. I still hold the plan up to today. I'm still working towards it. So I don't know how long it will take. Before, my initial plan is to open a business that will be opening by 2 p.m. for the convenience of my staff and for myself. But now, I double down. Instead of 2 p.m., I want it to be 4 p.m. for the business. And the major reason is my plan has changed. The way I want to live my life has evolved. The things I want to become has changed. So my life is the opposite of what I thought it might be before. So the time I thought the business would be opening by 2 p.m., I was another person entirely. And now that my plan is to make it 4 p.m. for the opening, I am also another person. So I am sticking to the 4 p.m. opening time because that's the best for me. And I believe it will be the best for any staff I employ by that time. When I graduated secondary school, I wanted to become a soldier, one of Nigerian army. I want to become the best, the badass, the motherfucker. And because of that, I left my hometown, traveled to Lagos, and become a computer operator. I was following a script. I remember one of our brother from another mother, a brother from another mother. He was a soldier back then. And he advised me that if I want to become a soldier, I should at least learn a skill. So he told me to learn about computer. And that is exactly what I did when I finished secondary school. I went to Lagos and started learning about computer. But life is a bitch. I ended up becoming an electrician. I don't really like the work. From being a computer operator, and don't forget, the plan was to become a soldier. So I went to learn computer. From learning computer, I found myself on my electrical journey where I am learning electrical work. But I hate the work. And from there, through a brother I met at the work, the guy was a musician. He's into music. A musician and a rapper. So he introduced music to me back then and said, "You could be a singer now, you can rap." I said, "How is that possible? Come on." So he taught me that you pick one song, then you change the lyrics to your own. Gradually, you started learning about it. So along the line, I became a musician. I just found one track. I remember Olamide Bado, Ẹni Dúró Nígbà Yẹn. ẹni dúró pọ́n 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 ẹni dúró. So I use the single track to start my own music career, Tí bá ti wò ó níbi ẹni dúró, èmi náà máa wọ̀ nǹkan tí mo lè kọ síbẹ̀ bóyá bí mi ní dúró, that's for example, okay? So can I remember the track I sang back then with ẹni dúró? Let me think. I couldn't remember the song I sang with ẹni dúró, but I remember my first track, Kúrò lọ́nà, okay? And the song sang like this. The intro, the lyrics, the verse was like, kúrò lọ́nà, 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 kúrò lọ́nà. Oh, people were like, this guy is bad. So back there, the song always cause me to almost faint anytime I'm on live performance, because it is my intro music, intro sound, okay? So instead of having DJ to play some kind of weird sound for me when I want to start performing on live, I just use my first track, then that Kúrò lọ́nà, because come on for in English. So people just know that this is Nigerian fighter that is coming. So my stage name back then was Nigerian Fighter. Some people still do call me Nigerian Fighter up to today, but gradually they removed the Nigeria out of it. They just left Fighter. And mainly because all my track always talk about what is happening in Nigeria and the issue we are facing. I remember there was a single track that said 15 naira per litre, that we want to buy petrol 15 naira per litre. Those songs, the songs, I don't know where they are again today, I remember posting some on SoundCloud back then. I don't even remember the account again. So mainly because I've stopped putting myself into music. I don't have passion for music again, because that phase of time, I'm just trying many things out. And yeah, I have up to, was it 8 or 7 or 9 tracks back then, People used to pay me gradually when I want to perform for them. Like they call me, say, Nigerian Fighter, come and play for us. So if I feel like I go, they spray money for me. So in the beginning, I don't used to pick money, but gradually I started picking money with my backups. Man must eat now, you get it? So that's how I spent my life gradually, from wanting to become a soldier to becoming a computer operator to learning electrical work, then jumping into music. So my life goes on like that. So as time move on, when I realized I fell in love with music, I decided to take my song to radio. So I went to Radio Lagos back then, and one of the presenters I met, he said the song is too tough for radio. Like, now, Street Boy, Nigerian Fighter, a song that is talking about government. So the man said the music will not be allowed to be played on radio. So I told him, okay. What if I become a presenter then? Because I knew that if I became a presenter, then there is a way I can twist and turn later to be able to play my music on radio. He said, no problem if you have interest in becoming a radio presenter. So that was how it started, from music to radio presentation as well. So instead of using the money to pay for advert on radio to place the song, I used the same money to learn broadcasting skill gradually. But eventually, I realized 80% of radio presenters are not successful. These people are still hungry. Some of them are still coming to radio pẹ̀lú German now, kò sówó lọ́wọ́ wọn. I said, ọmọ mi tí the destination o. I never reach my destination, okay? So I have to proceed from Lagos. I came back to my hometown. So I came back to Ogbomoso. From there, I tried the music and radio presentation career again. So I doubled down on it. So from Ogbomoso, I started becoming popular gradually. Then I used to go to the radio, Parrot FM 101.1. Okay, baby, Ogbomoso. I love the radio. It was one of the best for me because I learned a lot when I get there. But one day, they called me back at Lagos that I should come and perform live on stage. I didn't want to go, but eventually I went. So the stage was set on one building story, and I used to perform stunts live. I used to jump around. Sometimes I can even say I want to fly over a car, like I want to jump a car, crazy things. I use kerosene, when I'm on live performance to pretend like a thunder, like a god of thunder. So gradually, on that live show, I broke my ankle. I had ankle fracture. So the stage was set on a one-story building. So I flew from the stage at the top of the one-story building and landed with my butt on the ground. So by the time I landed, my right leg just shook a little bit, and that was how I got my ankle fractured. But I still managed to finish the performance. I still managed. I was a tough guy, mentally tough, So I knew there was something snap in me, but I still have to finish the performance. So I did. Straight, once I'm done with the live performance, we went to the hospital straight. So the leg refused to listen to the command of the nurse. So I have to drag the leg from Lagos back to Ogbomoso, my hometown, so that I can take a proper treatment with it, on it rather. So when I get to Ogbomoso, initially, before I went to the show, to the live performance, I love stylist, hairdressing. So I have already went to a woman that I want to learn from her, and I made a deposit, or was it full payment, for the apprenticeship. So the plan was to resume on Monday. I went to the show on Saturday, but I couldn't show back due to the ankle fracture. So by the time I came back to Ogbomoso, when I get down from the bus, instead of going to the hospital or going home straight, I dragged my leg. So I called a bike. The bike took me to the woman, to the shop. So I showed the woman what my situation is, that I had ankle fracture on my last show. But then she said she wanted to get to me since, but she knew that I'm coming. That's why she didn't worry. That her husband said she should not train a man. So she returned my money for the apprenticeship. And since I already had ankle fracture, I knew that I need money. But assuming she didn't return the money, my plan was to get the leg treated and come back to resume at the skill. So I collect the money, told the bike man to carry me to the garage, then straight to my hometown, where I got the leg treated gradually. So if you listen to this far, I really appreciate you. That's my true story, okay? I am Isaiah Lasisi, one of your ogbonge musician, radio presenter, long distance jogger. The story will get to that place as well. This is episode 1, okay? This is my life story 1. So as you follow me, as you listen, there are more on the road because the leg refused to heal. Ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ò san ọmọ. I was a limping man. I was limping around. But that will be on episode 2, okay? I will tell you everything. The way I met my girlfriend, the way I met other women, the way I lost my girlfriend all over again, and all the other women all over again. There are ways to go, but one step at a time. Thank you very much. You can go to my website if you want to talk to me one-on-one. calmmindnovels.com.ng calmmindnovels.com.ng. You can talk to me one-on-one through the website. One love.